You know what it's like when you have a power cut, when the lights go out. Everything you want to do involves electricity. Oh, I'll just have a cup of tea. If we have widespread cuts, electricity companies rush to repair the fault, and long cuts make it onto our TV news reports. Imagine what it's like having only 4 hours of electricity every day. Boiling the kettle, doing the ironing, running the dishwasher, watching TV, and charging all those appliances. Imagine if you didn't know which 4 hours they would be, maybe having to get up at 3 in the morning to do all those things. And maybe no heat in the winter evenings. Now imagine trying to run a hospital under those conditions. That's what Suela Tarazi has to do. Heat, light, hot water, kitchens, laundry, therapy machines, and most critically, operating theatres all rely on electricity. These are not issues of comfort or convenience, but of life and death. Suela is the director of Ahli Hospital in Gaza City. She has other challenges as well: water, staff, medical supplies, but electricity is her biggest headache. As well as the unpredictable times, she also faces huge bills for the generators that the hospital need to keep functioning. If she had a reliable electricity supply, she would save considerable amounts of money on fuel, money that could be spent on other necessities for the hospital. In Advent 2014, we worked together and raised funds to refurbish the on-call doctor's residence at Al Ahli, and to start phase 1 of 3 of a solar panel project. The doctor's residence was very dilapidated. With hard decisions to be made about spending money in the hospital, it had had no attention for many years. The refurbishment has been completed to a very high standard. All the new furniture was handmade in Gaza, so as well as looking good and being functional, it has provided employment in an area where the unemployment rate is 45%. But the solar panel project has become a bit more complicated. Suela needs high-spec batteries with a 10-year lifespan, and like everything else in Gaza, these have to be imported from Israel. This is a task she can only undertake with the assistance of the World Health Organization, and she has been advised that it's such a task she should do it only once. That means that the solar panel project can't start until all the funds for all 3 phases have been raised. That will need another €70,000. Here's Suela.
This project of the solar cell panel energy will secure enough power to operate the emergency room when we have casualties, for example, and the operating theater, and also we can provide all wards with the electricity in need, especially if there is patient who is at machines. Secondly, not only that this will secure the continuity of the working of the hospital during the outage of the electricity, also it will spare some of the resources of the hospital to especially the price of the fuel, or 1 liter of fuel to run the generator is $2. And in 1 hour we consume about 60 liters, because what we have is 400 kVA Caterpillar generator. Also, it is very important to look after our environment. These solar cell panels will also protect the environment. Especially Gaza has sun all days, all years long. Any help in this project will really improve the services of Ahli and will make Ahli operational 24 hours, 365 days.
Ahli Hospital is a place of Christian witness in the midst of despair and serves the local Muslim community. Out of 1.8 million people in Gaza, only about 1,200 are Christian. They are the descendants of the first Christians and the indigenous people of Palestine. There's only one Anglican left in Gaza. Here she is, Araxi Wahid, at a celebration of the Eucharist in the hospital chapel.
My family is the only Anglican in Gaza. I have my brother and my sister-in-law in Gaza too, but they are not churchgoers. So I'm the only one who likes to come to church always.
As well as a chapel, there's also a mosque within the hospital, and relations between Christian and Muslim staff are excellent in the administration and on the wards. Here's Mohammed Ali Al-Naka, the senior social worker.
I think more than 100 years of giving for this sector, health sectors, they give really a good positions. People appreciate the services that they give it for the people in Ahli Hospital, for the Gazian people. They trust the hospital, they trust the history of the hospital, so they would like to come to the hospital because there is a quality and a quantity. People they are have special skills. They are working here. Even this belong to the church, but this does not make sense for them. They believe that we are all human beings. We have the same feeling together. We are pray together. We are have a good relation together. For example, I have two Christian people, they are working with me in my office, but I feel at the same time we are really people live in the same place, they are know each other, we are respect each other, and we give a symbolize for the relation between Muslim and Christian together. So the people in Gaza respect the hospital, even it was belong to the church or the Anglican church.
Amongst its services, the hospital offers a free medical mission for underweight babies, counselling for children suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, a mammography unit, and a burns unit. Without access to electricity, most people cook over open fires. This young man was making chips. This is a place of great love, in a situation where everyday life is full of challenges. If we can fund the balance of the solar panel project, we can make a real difference to Al Ahli Hospital and the community it serves.